Hey, I am in one of my most pleasurable spots in the middle of Central Park, and I'm actually sitting here doing my own teaching, right? Because it's all it's about. It's experiential. And I love being a teacher because I'm in the practice too. So one of the things I know that I have moved through in my own journey is this ability to actually receive pleasure. And so many of us cut ourselves off from receiving pleasure because, I don't know, we're ashamed. We think it has to look a certain way. We don't think we deserve it. Whatever that story is that you've continued to tell yourself, I offer this fun exercise. Make a pleasure list. Just simply grab a notebook, right? I'm sitting here. I've got my notebook here and my pen, and grab a notebook and just write down all of the ways that you enjoy things. What are the things that you receive pleasure from, right? It could be sitting in Central Park reading a book, snuggling in bed with my daughter past the alarm, having a glass of wine, going for a run, a kiss from a loved one, whatever it is, a luxurious stay in a hotel, a fancy car, being philanthropic, and write everything out, and then go back and read your list and ask yourself, am I actually fully available to receive these things, or do I cut myself off from actually experiencing the pleasure from these things that I think I want? And really go through it. I mean, it's always surprising to me when I do this and I read, I'm like, wow, I've been cutting myself off from receiving the full pleasure of having a manicure because I feel guilty. Where is that coming from? And how does that serve me? And it gets into that very damned if I do, damned if I don't energy that is so depleting in your physiology. And that's not what we're here for. We're not here to suffer and stew literally in our own juices of adrenaline, dopamine, and cortisol, and just totally blow ourselves out in fatigue and keep directing energy toward those things that deplete us until what? The day that we have our last breath, and then what's the point? So how are you able to really, even if it's just one thing on your list that you notice you're not actually fully receiving, and just focus on how can I fully receive the pleasure of that? So I'm giving this to myself and I'm fully receiving it, and then I'm doing something else that gives me deep pleasure. Teach. Peace out. So much love. And if you're desiring more support, please reach out. I'm here, I'm listening, and it gets to be easy because you deserve to live your most exalted life and receive the pleasure in only the way you define it. So send me a message.